What's up everyone? Welcome to another episode of Power Platform TV. So in some previous videos we created custom pages, which is a really cool way to get some kind of Canvas app type functionality inside of model driven apps. And we've also gone through and looked at using the monitor. So when you're building these, specifically the model driven apps, in the case that I spoke about, and you want to do some troubleshooting and maybe some performance looking at the monitor is a really good way to get feedback and all kinds of metrics in terms of what's going on when you're opening up those apps and the users are interacting with them. Okay, so we've gone through those two types of functionalities, and what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to actually use both of those pieces of functionality, and we're going to look at custom tracing in the monitor and being able to use that inside of a custom page. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll go through this blog post that I wrote recently, and we're basically going to put a button onto a custom page, and then we're going to call a trace function to write a record over to the monitor. Okay, so let's go ahead and start here. So this is the Power Apps Maker portal, and this is a custom page that I had created previously, and we're going to build upon this custom page. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here and we'll find this custom page under pages, and that's how we'll make an edit to it. So it's actually called new custom page. So I'm going to go ahead and just edit this here. Okay, and this is going to take us over to the Canvas designer. All right, so that's where our custom pages are, and it says I already have a session running here. I'm just going to click override so I can get into this session here. So we're in the session, and what I will do is add a button. So we're going to add a button in here, and let's call this button, for the text we're just going to do run trace. So this is just going to write a record out to the trace in the monitor. So now I'm going to go ahead and select the event here. It's going to be on select. Okay, so when a user selects this button, and here is the formula we're going to use. Let's make this a little bit bigger here. So trace here. So this trace is the one that we want that's going to get this written to the Power Apps monitor. Okay, now let's go back over to my blog here, and I actually took a little screenshot here of the three parameters that are applicable to this particular function. So we have the message, so we can actually write a little message in there to our trace statement. The trace severity, and then and the trace severity, you have informational, or you have warning, or you have error. Okay, so pretty standard sort of tracing type categories. And then you have the custom record. So here we can kind of put into here whatever we want. And if you remember the monitor video that I did, this custom record is actually going to appear on the right hand side when you actually select the monitor record. Okay, so let's go back over to the designer, and we will do our custom message. Here is going to be this is a custom message. Okay, so that's our first one. And then the second one here is the trace severity. So if I type in trace severity here, it auto completes, and then we can see here we have these three options here, right? So I'm just going to go with critical. Let's go with critical. Okay, and then the final one here, this is where the object comes in. So we can actually just put in here whatever we want. All right, so I'm going to do this, and inside of here, so let's say, for example, I wanted to log the user's full name, right, that was running this particular app when they got this error. So I could type this in, and then I could actually get the value by doing user.fullname, like so. And it actually says the page is successfully saved. I think I pressed a button there by accident, but back on here, this is the full name here. And then if we wanted to add some more fields to this object, we could do the user email, for example, and then we do user.email. Okay, so now that's coming up here like this. All right, So we can then close this out, and then that's our trace message, okay? So that's the full trace message, and that's all you need, right? So this is really useful if you want to kind of trap errors and get those written back to the monitor. So all we got to do is just go ahead and save this, and then we'll go and publish it, and we'll test it out. So that's saved. Let's go ahead and publish, and we'll publish this version. And there's our new button. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll go over here, and let's actually run the monitor. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'll go back over here, and we're in apps, and I'm going to go into the Sales Hub, and we will do it from this way. So we're starting the monitor. Again, if you haven't seen my video on monitor, go check it out. It's monitor is just really cool for troubleshooting stuff. And so now we're in a model-driven app session. I'm going to click play model-driven app, and that's going to actually open up the Sales Hub model-driven app. In this case, we're going to click join to join a debug session, and this is connected now to the monitor. So now if I go to new custom page, so here we are here. Back in monitor, what I'm going to do, so we only have 3 of these here, so that's fine. So now I'm going to click run trace, and we go back to monitor, and we could see here, this is the monitor record that we created, okay? So we could see here, if we take a look at each of these fields, we're seeing that this is a function here. This is actually throwing an error, right? And that's what we wanted. We're actually throwing an error with this trace statement. And here's our custom message. And if we just scroll to the right here, it's on the button 1 on select. And then on the right here, we get a little bit of more information. And we could see here, this is actually our custom object that we created, okay? So this is how it looks when it comes in. And we have these 2 fields that we actually added to the object. So the user email is coming through, and then the user full name is coming through as well, right? So again, you know, very easy. All we had to do was just add that one trace statement to the on select of the button, and we get that feedback coming through here into the monitor. So I really like the way that they've designed this. And as I mentioned before, PowerFX is kind of used in several different areas here. So you could potentially take advantage of this statement in many different areas throughout Power Apps and the Power Platform. And you'll be able to really get some good monitoring going on. Hope you guys enjoyed.
So that's it, guys. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and of course check out my blog at carldesouza.com. Thank you.